Everyone, happy Friday. I'm excited for the weekend. Hopefully everybody's excited too. A little disappointed Aaron Judge didn't break the actually, I'm very excited that the Yankees Aaron Judge did not break the record because I'm going to be there tomorrow in the home run field. So hopefully I'm going to be that one that catch that $1 million baseball. So hopefully everybody gets a chance to watch it. Won't be there today. Hopefully it doesn't break it. But with that, so I'm really looking forward for the weekend. And you know what? Other than that, we are having a big crash in the market. Listen, I hate to be right sometimes, but if you listen to me what I was talking about over the past week, we are going to be tested. Listen, we had a decent bounce yesterday, almost 300 points, and then we had a crash going right into the close. You could see this on the Dow right there. Huge crash at major support levels. And now we're at this support level right around here. We're down about 400 points right now. We're at 29,750, which is right around here where you're looking at going back to June 16th. And let me just bring this up a little bit bigger so you can see what we got going on here. So you could see that there are some major support levels right here. And that's going back to 2012. When you go back all the way to 2020, that's pretty much where we're at. That's why we're hovering right here at this big support levels right here. But if it breaks this, 29,000 is right there. If it breaks 29,000, program trading is going to kick in all the way to 26, 3,000 points lower. So all I know is I'm just happy that I got out of my swing trades, okay? Because right now I took a 5% loss on my swings. And only reason why I know that to get out of those at that time is because I was a day trader. And you just saw the writing on the wall. And it started right around here, going back in August, when we had this big jump up. We had this big crash right here. And one thing that you have to notice going back into, listen, it's not that far when you're really looking at it. We're talking December. We're talking January of last year was the highs. We were at 37,000. If you notice, we're making lower lows. And that's not a really good sign. Now, I'm going to be live today on Ask the Pros. That's a big event that we do here at Cybertrade University with all my good friends that are in the market. And if you remember, if you were there, they all said the same thing. It's a day trader's market. You have to day trade. You can't swing trade. You're looking at it investing. Everything just got crushed. I sold Amazon. I think I got down at 136, 135. I had a fund running up at 112, and it went up. That was the only stock I really had a good buy. I actually averaged up on that position. But all of them, DraftKings, Mara, chips. We thought chips was a good thing because President Biden keeps talking about this new Green New Deal, and everyone's got to own an electric car. So you know what? You need a charging point. You think that would do it? That didn't do well. It's going across the board. Costco came out with some bad news too yesterday. You probably heard about that too, which is my heart to Costco. I probably tap out my $25,000 card every time on that when I go to Costco at the end of the year. I always get a big fat check from them. It's my supermarket, I guess. But great stock, great company. Stock's taking a big hit yesterday. It's making a little bit of a comeback in pre-market, but there's a lot of bad news. And obviously with the interest rates, a lot of it had to do with it. And I don't want to be the Debbie Downer in the room, but that's really, the fact is you have to learn how to day trade. There were a couple of people I spoke to, and I know we're going to be talking to. We're going to be talking to a couple of students today that are really looking forward to be part of Cybertrade University. And some of you watching online, maybe you want to consider it also and see what we do here. But you got to remember, I have people I had one student. He wasn't even a student, actually. He wanted to be a student. He couldn't be a student because of one big mistake. He says, Fausto, I'm stuck in these positions. Could you help me? I'm like, I can't help you. I'm like, first of all, I'm not your broker, and it's illegal for me to do that. But I could teach you how to figure it out on your own if you got to get out. And, when we're looking at it, I'm telling him, listen, you see what the market's doing. It's not looking too good. He's like, next support levels are right around, another 5–10% lower. He's like, oh, my God, I'm already down 30. Please don't say that. My wife is going to kill me, this, that. I'm like, Well, listen, you know what? If you knew how to trade, and the bad thing is about he learned from like two other people, and he got into something that he shouldn't even got into in the beginning. He was doing these crazy options. I mean, like all this crazy stuff, like you know, selling and buying all this stuff. And you know what? You got to learn how to trade. You really do. And I always tell everybody, don't be afraid, because if you want to be a good swing trader, if you want to be a good options trader, you got to learn how to day trade first. And we saw the writing on the wall. Now let's talk about some of the stocks we traded yesterday, because yesterday was an awesome day. We actually did pretty well yesterday. It all starts with Sava. Sava, oh my God, Sava just got crushed. Oh my God, everybody see this? Holy crap, this thing got hammered. So anyway, it just came out of nowhere. Look at that. Boom. So anyway, Sava, we did great yesterday in Sava. This thing ran from $37 all the way up until about 2 o'clock. And, it was probably category 4. Big push all the way to $51. You couldn't trade too many shares of the stock, but it was a really, really nice stock. We did really well on Sava yesterday. My God, this thing just got destroyed. We're going to keep an eye on Sava. I would hate to be the person that had that at 50 and you wake up at 10 right now. So it's all about pre-market. Spiro is another good stock. It had a really good move early this morning. You could see the stock really just had it from 10 o'clock, just ran from like $1.90 all the way up to about $3. That one was pretty cool. We did pretty well on that one. Then obviously you see it started breaking lower lows and it started backing off. KOLD was also really nice push on that. And Chuck, I know, Grant, you guys are talking about it right now. And the only reason why you're talking about it is because we were trading yesterday. It was at $13.50. It went up to $15.50. Now it's at $16.50. Stock was a $400 stock about 2 years ago. You could see last year was as high as, Jesus, I mean, he almost all the way 2021 was at 200. Nice little push on that one. It is an ETF, so that's the only reason why when it comes to trading this stock, I'm not a fan of trading ETFs, because when we look at level 4, it's really kind of difficult to kind of see where the icebergs are. And remember, you could say, but why not this and why not that? And some of you've been students and some of you are watching me and like, yeah, like oils and the JDSTs and whatever. I can go down and down that list. The drips. Very hard to see iceberg orders. If I don't see an iceberg order, I'm like a 50% chance I will not trade that stock. I'm looking to follow the money. I'm not looking to chase the money. So that one would move pretty well yesterday. Natural gas ETFs did really well. That's really what has a lot to do with it. And we all know, listen, like it or not, rumor has it or not, this is going to be a very difficult winter for some people. Not worrying about hurricanes, not worrying about the cold winter. Gas prices to heat your home are off the roof. And you know what? You want that, you got that, you got that electric heat in the house. Electric went up like almost like 30%. I just got a letter from my gas company. Forget about oil in the house, okay? That's another story, because some people can't even get gas or in their house anyway because they're on the gas lines. But even just forget about oil, because I feel bad for you. But gas alone, 30% minimum, they say it's going up. So if my bill is $500 a month on gas, I'm expecting to, you're talking about another $200 more. What's going to come down to it? So I don't know why it's not going down. Why is it going up? Why can't it go down? I don't understand. Electric. Why is it going up? I thought they want us to use electric. Why isn't it going down? But you know how you basically beat that? Trade the stock. That's only way it's going to do it. As long as we got the volatility, we're looking pretty good. Well, a couple of last couple of stocks I want to bring up before we go into NVAX. NVAX got crushed. Great short yesterday. Listen, I told you this before. If you're pro-vax or anti-vax, okay? I went to my doctor. I went to my obviously we go to the doctor a lot more. Nobody's dying, okay? And even that, you heard President Biden talk about on 60 Minutes. The pandemic is over, okay? So some people don't want to let it go, but you know what? whatever the president says could change the market to a big move. And these stocks are not doing too well because, listen, that's how they made their money. Moderna, Pfizer, NVAX, all of them. So they were great shorts. Okay, they were great shorts, and that's why, like I'm saying, when we had President Trump in office and he said certain things and you didn't liked it or loved it, but it made the market move in a certain industry, you focus on it. When Biden talks about something, a new regime came in, what happens? Boom, that'll make certain stocks move. You got to listen to them carefully. If you're a fan of them or you're not a fan of Congress, whatever it is, it's going to make it. Just like hurricanes. We don't like hurricanes, but we all know that if a hurricane comes, it's going to make gas prices go up because the refinery is going to be shut down. So that's really what you got to focus on when it comes to trading, everyone. Just remember, we are the same party. It's the party of trading, and I love when they open up their mouth and talk about something, because first thing we think as a trader, because this is our job, what's the market going to do towards that? Just like you like Powell, you don't like Powell. He raised interest rates. You know what? Just low inflation, and you could sit there and you could blame him all you want that it should have been done last year. But at the end of the day, you know what? You should have got out of your IRAs and out of your swing trades. And you know what? It's only going to get worse. So, but the beauty part about it is you're here, and that's all that matters. Anyway, let's go back and talk about a couple of stocks that are moving this morning, if there is anything that's moving this morning, okay? It's because we're already down. What are we down already? Wait for the market to come up. We were down 400. I saw we down like, what, 350? That's not good going into a Friday. That's all I could tell you. So you got this one stock that's moving here. This LITM, good volume, 4 million shares. Got good pre-market at 330. We'll put this on the watch list. I always like to see these stocks at around 250 to 3. That one looks pretty well. This stock had a huge run up yesterday, and it came crashing down. It's one of those stocks I forgot to mention. Actually, it gapped up pretty big. Volume is pretty good. Tier size are ugly. Second biggest percentage gainer. I probably would say a scratch. Tops. What the hell happened with Tops? Tops was moving so good this morning. I thought we were on a good run up this morning. From 7.30, ran from $3 to $4. Big move. Boom, that thing got destroyed. I don't know what the hell happened with Tops. So this is the reason why I'm very, very always nervous trading shipping stocks. And you all know from back in the day, dryers. We made so much money on dryers, but like I always, for some reason, we got like kind of suckered into that over and over and over again. SPRO, we're going to put this back on our watches. Good volume, 3%. Had that good move yesterday. Sometimes when they have a lot of volume from yesterday, they do pick up from today. Losers, Sava, you could see it. Boom, getting hammered, destroyed. What was it? A short squeeze, okay? So that's how we know that. Nothing goes up that fast in the market, and then you can't expect it tanking just as much too. This thing is down $1. This was a $9 stock. Don't really see anything. ATXI. Had a big push yesterday. It's coming back down. You could see it had that big pop earlier, and now it's come back down. Another big short squeeze. I mean, stocks go from 3 to 9. I mean, how that even happened? But sure enough, it did. So I forgot to mention that one too. That one was also one of the stocks that we traded yesterday. On the New York Stock Exchange, look at that. This one, it looks like a buyout. Everything you're going to find here on the New York Stock Exchange on the gainers are all ETFs. Like here, this stock is an oil stock, and you can see it's moving pretty nicely. KOLD, another one, moving pretty nicely. DRIP, same thing, moving up pretty nicely. So it looks like all these oil stocks and all these energy stocks are all moving. Look, ERY, everyone. So if you miss one, you can get the other. Losers, SBEV. Oh my God, this one's getting taken. We had a good time with SBEV. You remember we traded this last year. Ran from $1 to about $5. Not looking too good for SBEV. But I can tell you one thing: it's getting close to a support level. So you know me, I'm a bottom fisher. So I'm all over that. Boyle's taking a hit because the market's coming down. HMY, another one, coming back down. That's about it. I don't see anything else. So how are we going to trade today's markets? Well, first of all, don't try to pick the bottom. Stop it. Okay? Don't get involved. Remember what you learn as a day trader. to be a good day trader and then understand how to swing trade, it takes about 3 days of a consistency before you hit bottom. And if you could tell me other than things are getting better soon than seeing what's happening getting worse, you know how you make money? The biggest, most successful gurus, the best traders in the market, and believe me, I know a lot of them, all right, made most of their money on big catastrophes like what's happening. So the way you're going to do well is you got to sit in cash, and we got to just make the nickels and dimes in the day trade and just be prepared, okay? A lot of you wish you hit COVID when the market crashed and we had that big rally there. Listen, it could happen again. We had a big rally. There's always going to be corrections, all right? You just got to be sitting in cash. Cash is king right now, but you don't want to be in a stock position and get that bounce back, because just remember, there's an old saying, you could always buy it back cheaper. So listen, let's get ready for the market. Don't get crazy. I'm telling you, on Fridays, if you've been here before, nobody likes to hold positions overnight, especially over the weekend, especially being what's going on right now. So you could see a really, really big volatility going into the afternoon to see how people are gonna what they're gonna do, because the afternoon, what helps us on the afternoon is how the Europe market's closing, and from what they're saying, they always follow the U.S. and they're starting to raise their interest rates. So we'll see how they react, and that will cause some type of volatility going to the afternoon. So be careful early in the morning. Let the smoke clear. Let all these people get chased out, and we'll go from there. But don't try to hit the bottom. All right, guys. Good luck today. No problem, Mike. Appreciate it. We'll see you when the market opens up. If you watch YouTube, Facebook Live, we'll see you back here at 2:30. And for everyone here in the Cyber Group room, remember, we're going to be live on Ask the Pros. So we'll put the link there. So we'll see you all there. It's going to be a fun discussion with about 10 of us gurus out there, and see what we all think what's going to happen. All right. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. Trade safe.